Top of the morning. Got just a couple minutes to go until 9:30. Got one of the rare golden bubbles on the MMT Big Balls. This is basically just a red and a green bubble on top of each other. There is an equal amount of strong buying and strong selling right there, so it appears a little bit golden. We've just been hanging out in this high volume zone area. Got these two different high volume zones. This is from the MMT Ultimate Volume. Moved up to the top of it, and we're getting sucked back down to the bottom here. Then on the 5-minute chart, I've got some previous session low volume zones, these purple areas down here. If you haven't seen any of the other videos that I've made this week, this is the new Ultimate Flow 2.0 setup. There are chart templates available in the MMT chart templates product. All right, the market is open. We had some divergence building up right before. Had a sell order bubble, we dipped down right at the open, then we trapped a bunch of sellers down here. See, we also have point of control down on the wick. Got these washout signals intrabar. We're getting a little bit of a pop up here. There's some big buy orders that stepped in the 50s. Now we're up to the 80s. 30 points in just a few seconds there. And you see all this insane negative delta coming in. We got point of control drawn up in the top wick. It used to be in the bottom when the candle was first forming. Got sucked up to the top. Trapped all these traders up here and then just tanked. We got the gap fill down here at 432. I grabbed a couple of Tradeify accounts. They've got 40% off right now. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan, you're the best. I grabbed one more Lucid daily account too. They've got 50% off over at Lucid. We got this washout signal back here and just popped up 30 points. The MMT polarity indicator, it's got the washout signals. So you can see we had these sell order bubbles coming in, 1, 2, 3, and his price was pushing up. No big buy orders or anything. So these sell orders ended up overpowering. We're getting the move back down. I'm going to take this bounce long here at the 50s. Got a terrible fill. First trade of the day, always a little bit slow to enter for some reason. I'm going to add in if we get down to the gap fill and this low volume zone here. All right, there's the 50s. I'm going to get in on my other account. All right, instantly up 10 points on the other account. So I got 20 points on this account and close that trade out. We had point of control down on the wick on this candle. We got point of control down on the wick on this candle. Got a decent bottom wick on the delta there. So I consider the 50 number and whole number to be key levels. So I was looking for a little bounce right ahead of this gap fill with the idea to add in if we got down to yesterday's close here. As we were moving up here, nothing but sell order bubbles, and we just popped right back down. So right there we got a small buy order bubble. We've popped up over 10 points. You can see one of our high volume zones has moved down here now. We used to have a couple up here during pre-market, and now one of them has moved down to this area. So the current session zones will change throughout the day. Previous session zones stay fixed throughout the session. You get sucked back up into this high volume zone up here. Going for the VWAP bounce on two of the accounts here. This one I'm going to take off early. This one I'll give a little wiggle room. All right. Just took 10 points on this account. We had a mixed bag on the delta. We were coming up to the 100 SMA, which is also the 20 SMA. On the 5-minute, we were at Asia Center, and we pulled up to VWAP pretty dang fast and furious. As soon as it started hesitating, I liked the idea of a bounce short. We also had two 50% levels from the MMT 50/50, a 1 hour and a 4 hour 50% level. So all kinds of key levels up in this area. We just broke out above VWAP. That last 5-minute candle finished very strong. Got some big buyers coming in there. Another push up right away. All sellers at the tip there. I was tempted to take a short. We were right at pre-market high. We can give it a little bit of room to breathe here for a minute. Looking above, we got value area high, Asia high, London high, R2 pivot, this low volume zone. All right, we got some buy bubbles popping in. We got a sell bubble. We got some delta divergence. It's kind of a mixed bag at the moment. Approaching whole number. Saw a sell order bubble come in. It's tiny, and I got a bad fill, so I'm going to try to get out early there. Ooh, lots of negative delta coming in on the ES right as I exited. We just got sucked back down into this high volume zone right there. The delta divergence triangles from the ultimate delta coming through. Got point of control up into the wick of both of these 1 minute candles. Tons of negative delta just pouring in. All right, as we're coming down, we're getting some bigger buy orders, but this move is crazy. I'm gonna stay out of the way. There's more sell bubbles coming in. Flow stack has been bearish on the 1 minute this whole way down. There's a buy order that came in, but this drop is going fast and furious. Got another hold up at the 50 area. Pop back up to this buy order bubble. All right, well, this big buy order that came in ended up stopping things, pushing back up. You can suck back up into this high volume zone here. See the high volume zone moved up to 514. It was down here. Just took a short here for 15 points on this account and 10 points on that account. Coming right up to the 250 SMA. Had some negative delta start coming in on the NQ. And after this big move to the downside, I just liked the idea of pulling back to the 20, pulling back to this other high volume zone. The flow stack went bearish, got the red candles. I was a little freaked out by this big buy order, but as we were coming up, we had this big sell order appear, and there really wasn't much positive delta coming through as we were lingering up here, so it seemed like a good idea. You see the delta just kind of dried up while we were pushing up here. There's hardly any delta coming through. So I was able to stack some more micros. Up $147 across 2 accounts. We got a mixed bag of buying and selling going on at the moment. All right, there's the gap fill. Down below, I got a 50% level, 50% wicks level, pivot point, 3 low volume zones from yesterday. I imagine we'll get a hold up somewhere in this area or down by the pivot point. Got a lot of other key levels down by the pivot point as well. All right, well, we got to bounce off of this low volume zone. We had a big buy order bubble come in down here and started pushing up. Hopped into another short here. Big sell order bubble just appeared up over 10, 12, 15 points. All right, close it out for like 16 or so. We're coming down to the 20 SMA here. Didn't want to get any hang up there. MMT Big Balls showing me the big buy and sell orders when this big sell order came in. I like the looks of it. We were at pre-market center, just kind of getting stalled out up here. And then blam, got a nice little pullback. All right, it's 10:31. I got into one more short back here. Price was just kind of stalling out. We had point of control up into both of these wicks. I was looking for a pullback back to the 20 SMA. We ended up coming down to this 50% wicks level, rejecting off of that. Had some big buy orders come in as we were moving down, so we're getting a little rejection there. I stacked some more micros on the third Lucid account, up just a little over $200 between all the accounts. I didn't even get to trade these 3, so maybe I'll set up my copy trader to trade 2 accounts at a time. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan at Lucid, Tradeify, Take Profit Trader, they're the best prop firms out there in my personal experience. Thanks so much for your support. There are links to all the MMT indicators in the description, including the new Ultimate Flow 2.0 chart templates. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.